Hello lovelies, how are you today? And welcome to my channel. My name is Sharon and I'm the sole proprietor of SAEH Body Butter. And I hope you enjoy the next video. Thank you. Hello lovelies, I'm about to do a rhinestone hoodie and I thought I'd take you along for the ride. So this is my template that I cut out using my Cricut machine. And I like to adhere my templates to these plastic chopping boards that I get from the Dollar Tree. 2 of them come in here, and so they're kind of sturdy so that when I place my template on there, it gives me they're sturdy enough that when I roll the stones, you know, the stones won't they will stay in place once they're in the hole. They won't go underneath the template. So I have my handy dandy brush, and I'm going to be using red rhinestones. Now this particular template I made in 2 parts only because if a customer wants this to be a different color from this, then I don't have to worry about taping it off or anything. I can have it separate. But this particular customer wants the entire template to be red. So I'm throwing my rhinestones on top, and generally you use more rhinestones than you think because of the buddy system. The more rhinestones you have, as you're brushing them in, they'll bump into each other and it helps them to fall in the hole. And you go in slow circular motions because you don't want to brush too aggressively and cause them to pop out of the hole. And then once you think you got most of them in place, you turn the brush on a slant and gently brush the excess off to the side. And sometimes you'll be left with some stragglers. Sometimes you'll have more than one stone trying to occupy the same space. And then once everything looks good, you go in with your rhinestone pick tool and you just go in and hand place the holes that you didn't get covered when you brushed them in. And sometimes all you have to do is look over the template and you will find the extra stones. And it really doesn't take that long after you get the hang of it. You know, it's like the stones know where they should go. And this template says strong as a diamond. Okay, and once I think I have all my stones in place, what I like to do is take the flashlight from my phone and go over it, because sometimes for me it's hard to see. So if you don't catch it this way, you will definitely catch it when you put the transfer tape on top and you realize that you have one too many stones. Okay, everything looks to be in place. Gently slide this over. So I do not want to bump any stones out of place. You don't want your hard work to be in vain. Alexa, stop. So that's one piece of transfer tape. And even though I don't have to cut this, I'm going to cut this because I don't like when my transfer tape sticks to this plastic, because then when you have to pull it out, pull it up, it's like a jerking motion and you might accidentally pop some of your rhinestones out of place. Okay, so I take my transfer tape in a U shape, try to get it in the center, and when you go, I get nervous every time I do this, every time, because one little false move could make your rhinestones come out of place, because sometimes this transfer tape gets staticky. I know I say it every time, but every time I get nervous and pray for the best. That one worked out good. So I'm going to leave that tape down until I do this one. And then I'll pull them up together. And the backing of your transfer tape has a smooth side and a rough side. You put the tape on the rough side. Here we go again. Okay, and I'm just rubbing my hand so that the rhinestones can stick to the tape. And I'm pulling it up in a corner, and I'm going slowly, because sometimes you'll have a stubborn stone that don't want to come up. So you don't want to pull up too fast and you leave a stone behind. But if you do, you just put the tape back down and, you know, press your finger over that stone and it will come up. Okay, that went pretty good. Now I see one of my stones right here. You might can't see it, but it looks like it doesn't have enough glue on the back of it. And the reason why I can tell, I can see the red on the back side of that stone, and it should be gray. So what I'm going to do is take my tweezers, pull that stone up, throw it away. because I don't want to press it to the shirt and the glue is not enough glue on it, and when the customer wears it or wash it and that stone comes off. So that's why I also like to place my transfer on upside down, as opposed to placing my transfer directly on the backing, so that I can inspect it. Okay, I was going to say, what did I do with my pen? So I'll just pick up another stone and put it in place. Hopefully you're in view. Hopefully my head isn't in the way. Okay, now I see an extra stone. See, that's what I said. Sometimes when you when you pick up the stones with the transfer tape, you will notice an extra stone. And okay, let go my hand. Let go, let go. Oh, it fell. You know what? That may have been the other stone, the first stone that I thought I picked up and it fell. Because what are the odds of having two stones with not enough glue on the back, right? Oops. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm dropping this stone. Whew. I don't like them tweezers. They're getting on my nerve. Finally. Okay. Everything looks good and in place. So I'm going to take the backing and put it on top of my transfer. Rub my hand on top of it so that it can stick to the transfer, and this is what we call a rhinestone transfer. So I'm gonna move that to the side so that I can pick up my other part. And again, the same process. Pull from one corner and go slow, because this right here is sticking on the plastic. So I'm gonna go real slow in case it jerks when I get to the end. See right there, I don't know if you can see it, but that stone didn't want to come up. So I go down and press on it, and it came up that time. Alrighty, that's the top part of my transfer. Put this on the back. Rub on the back of it so it can stick to it. And it also helps flatten down the stones if they kind of like tilted to the side. So this is my transfer. The first part that I rub my stones in is called a rhinestone template, and this is called a rhinestone transfer. So let me get my heat press set up and my hoodie set up, and I will move the camera over to there, and I'll bring you right back. Okay, I've placed the transfer on the hoodie. Now what I did was I lint rolled it. I put it on the heat press for 5 seconds to remove any moisture. So I have the transfer aligned on the hoodie. So now I'm getting ready to take it over to the heat press. And I have my heat press set for 350 degrees for 15 seconds. If I can get my tripod to stand. Okay. Hopefully it won't fall over. Okay. Everything looks straight. It looks even. I want to make sure the entire design is on the heat press. And what I'm going to do is put a Teflon sheet on top. And I have medium to firm pressure, so that's 350 degrees. Medium to firm pressure for 15 seconds. And it's a hot peel. However, you may want to wait a few seconds before you pull off the transfer tape because it is going to be hot. Ooh, that Teflon sheet is hot. Let me turn my light over there. So, I'm going to pull it off slow just in case we had some stubborn stones that didn't want to play fair. Okay, that did good. And then what I'm going to do for an assurance press, I'm going to get a piece of butcher paper. Put that on top. And then I'm going to go down for about 7 seconds. Okay. Now I can use this butcher paper again since it's not sublimation. Now let me take it back over to my table. Hopefully the lighting is better over here. And I'll whip you around in a second. Let me take the camera off the tripod. Then that way I can get on top of it. Sorry for the clumsiness. Uh-oh, let's go out. And that is the design. Strong as a diamond. Do you see them rhinestones sparkling? That is so, so beautiful. I love it. And you might have thought that since it's red, which is this Siam red, which is kind of dark on the black hoodie, but that black gives it a great base for any stone to just pop up off of it. Look at that. Strong as a diamond. And what would go great with this would be a rhinestone hoodie string, but she didn't want that. But look at this. Look at this. Like I was saying, a hoodie string would go great with this. See that red, that Siam, which matches that? Or you can go with the black. Either or. They will be a great addition to this hoodie. Alrighty, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.